Alright, let's go. Any other comments in your game? Wait, why it's taking so long for you to actually get your itemization? What about the strategy phase before before the game loads? Why didn't do it earlier? You should be doing that one in the beginning. So yeah, as usual, it's going to be like game planning. So this is actually boss 5 or what? Where are you going? Okay. Are you going to play in the offlane? This is 4? I mean, I'm seeing it in here. It's actually 5, so... yeah, whatever. If it's 4, why would you go for the windlays? I want to understand why windlays on the TM. Because even if you got boots, you're still slow. So, why? Why windlays? That is something I don't understand. I think this is a habit only. Well, technically, you can actually go for like, build up for the tranquil. Sure, but in the laning stage, it's going to be a battle of attrition first. And then why are you actually going in first? You're going to die. Okay. You guys are not sticking to one target. Waste of time. No one has been killed. So that's the thing. Why are you going in first? Right? I don't have any playlist. It's actually just random. So the point is, how can you make kills, right? Slaughter should be first one. And then Storm should be there as well. A bait? So technically, you think this is a bait? Okay. Okay. So here. So take a look onto the spells that has been used, right? No Ignite, no Slithering Crush, no Mystic Snake, no Crystal Nova, and then the Storm will go for Storm Remnants. Basically, you guys don't have any more control, and then I don't understand why you were trying to help the Storm in here. You should be going in here. Because this guy went for the Cold Snap, and then Slardus on top of him. Right? No more slow. So that's a waste of time. Should be playing with his Lardor. Ah, yeah. No more stun, no more control. Look at this Lardor, look at the boy. He must be frustrated right now. Couldn't get a kill. But yeah. Itemization though, since Slardor is not the greatest when it comes to casting spells, and also there will be like anti-mage in there, I would say like maybe Basilius is fine or Sage Mass is fine. Even more Mango is fine. Just to be, securing the range creeps. Because I don't see any reason that the Slardar can easily last it, the range creeps, given that they have Shadow Shaman, which has really high base damage. And of course, AM, that will, whenever he attacks, the mana will be lost, right? So you're going to block it? No, don't block it yet! You double block it, you should be getting it as well. Okay. So look at the last set. Thor 1, 1-0. You should not be playing against the Shaman. What you should be doing right now is actually playing against the AM and then securing the range crit. So you can be, yeah, that's perfect. I like it. Go attack this guy, he wants to die. Yeah, take advantage of that one. AM cannot save. Well, he got mana break and then blink, but that's it. No, don't use spells yet.
Frozen out.
Yeah, now you don't have any more consumables. What's the point of clarity? Whenever I see CM, I don't want CM to actually get clarities. Because the cooldown of the spells of CM is actually pretty low. So The clarity is like 25 seconds. It's so long actually. Go Q, Q, Q! Just Q. 3 of them. It doesn't matter if you're not going to get the last hit in there, as long as you're going to hit the both heroes in there. Because the moment that you actually go in, like here, Crystal Nova, you can walk in and go for the Frostbite. You have Enchanted Mango still, right? And then Slaughter will be getting the Bash of the Deep. So, what's the problem? You can actually cast it in there. And then the creeps will be with you as well. Another reason for them not to go in. So how many creeps you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 2 heroes. And AM is pretty low, so... yeah! Now the creeps are there. So the kill has been wasted. The moment that the shaman got actually misplaced, should have killed it. And then you need to buy more sustain, your CM. You should not be rushing your tranquils. It's not going to help you win the lane because again, Slaughter is only relying onto the right click. And then yeah, the pressure is now gone because you're trying to pull. It's fine. Maybe you can... maybe the shaman will try to, you know, stop it and then... Did you see the shaman in here? He just killed your sentry. Whenever someone is actually killing sentry, they will be showing on the minimap. Well, they need to do like 2 right click in there, so. So I don't pull? Yeah, why would you pull? You have so many creeps in there. You can take advantage of the creeps. I don't think the enemy can actually tank the creeps. Level 2, and then don't block it. Don't block it. Yeah, you blocked yours. You can actually let them pull and then pull yours. But yeah, let's go back in here. I'll show it to you why. Why you should not be pulling? Well, that's because you have full mana. And then you're seeing the shaman in here. Right? So shaman is here. AM is still here. Of course, the Slaughter cannot fight because he got no mana. But you have full mana. You can actually go for the Frostbite in here. If you can. And then there will be like Bash of the Deep in there. That's actually a lot of pressure to the AM. And Salve, Tango. That's their only sustain. I think that's one of the problems as well of your hero or your playstyle is that you don't look into the inventory of the enemy or even your teammate. Look at the sustain. If we're going to play Battle of Attrition in here, you should be winning big time. Well, you should be losing big time. You don't have any sustain. This guy doesn't have any sustain. This guy has 1 more Tango. This guy 2 Tango and then 1 Salve. So, how can you win the battle if you guys don't have any sustain? Pull? Yeah, sure. See you there? Yeah. Slaughter actually said well played, but technically it's not well played, man. Technically.
Dire's bottom tower is taking many wounds.
You actually release the pressure from that pull alone. CM level 2 is really scary. And please get some mango in there. So you can use it to your Slardar. And then he can go for the crush. Additional stun. Buying sentry. Okay. Why are you in the lane? In the plain side? If I were the CM, I'm not going to play in the lane itself. I'll be playing in the trees. So there will be like surprise factor in there. And yeah, you're trying to play Battle of Attrition here now. Or kill it. Stun it. Nah, you're dead. Shaman got killed. But you don't have any more. Right? AM. Just get out. Duke him out. Central. Yeah, I didn't even buy your Tranquil. Alright. Go back in the lane.
Dire's courier has been slain.
Where are you going? Yep. Keep pressuring their win condition, actually. You said that you won the lane, right? You put the sentry again? If I were you, I'll be letting the shaman to actually pull. Because you have so much kill potential onto the AM. And then you just play around the trees. Surprise him with the frostbite. Then Slayer can go for the bash and then, you know, attack, stun, you know. If the AM is always low, AM cannot play aggressive, and then Shaman has to sustain the AM in the lane some way or another. Like Tango perhaps, Salve perhaps. Because the Ring of Regen or Ring of Health is not going to be enough for the AM to sustain. And then if you're going to rush the Tranquil Boots, you won't be able to properly trade because it has cooldown, right? And then, yeah, you're in the lane again. So how can you kill the AM? If you're in the lane and then you're going to cast the Frostbite, technically the AM will see it and then he can actually go for the counter spell, right? He can react on it. Because I'm sure counter spell is much faster than the Frostbite animation. This is actually kind of instant, right? So if you're going to play in the site in here, I don't think that you will able to do it. Unless the AM got stunned or bashed by the Slardar. You will be able to do the Frostbite. But if you're going to initiate with a Frostbite, it's never going to happen if you're playing like this. He's actually pretty bad as well. Like, why would he use the counterspell in there even though you're not casting it? Now you can actually go for the Frostbite. But guess what? You're not going to do it because there's Shaman, right? Yeah, that's actually one of the precious mana of Slardar. Now he's get on top of you. Frostbite. He's gonna go for counterspell. Might be on cooldown. Okay. Ward? Well, technically, Nyx can actually gank you. But if he's going to gank, he will be using Vendetta, right? So might as well go for the sentry. Yeah, I almost got killed the AM. Pretty good. Good attempt. Why would you go for Magic Wand? Are the enemy casting so much? The Shaman cannot actually sustain his mana. Unless he got Arcane Boots. So might as well go for something like Raindrops. Just to prevent some damage from the Ether Shock. Right? This one. And aside from that, later on, the Mana Void. And it's going to be helpful for your mana as well. Frostbite. Easy, right? Imagine if you get it. AM is dead. If you manage to do it. And then you're out of mana now. Okay. So the way that you said that you actually won the lane, well, technically that's because of the counter itself, the draft itself. But overall, I don't think that you're actually playing with the advantage of your heroes. So yeah. And then you're actually abandoning the Slardar now. AM is actually their win condition. I don't think their Nyx Assassin is their win condition. Ah, Slardar actually managed to kill someone. Okay. I guess the Shaman is AFK on there. Because for me, the way that I see it, Shaman and then AM can actually bully this Slardar out. For me. So let's see what will happen now you're back in here. 8 minutes in. Is that slow? Slow! Double slow. Finally, you're checking it. Frostbite. Crystal Nova. Just run away. On range up, could you get it against heroes with spam spells that can delete the charges pretty quickly, like Sky Zeus? No. Don't do it. Might as well go for Magic Wand. Only do it when it comes to the heroes that have, like, long spells. Like here, for example, is going to be the Mana Void and then Ether Shock. And then... Where are you going? Don't TP, don't TP. Just walk. Just walk. You're full HP.
It's not cheap getting
Just
the
walk,
gear I
yeah?
need.
Perfect. But it actually took so much time. Ah, you TP'd still. That's a wasted TP for me. And then now they're on the tower. I don't think that he will be killing anyone soon. Yeah, that's a wasted TP. Magic one. If you have raindrops, maybe you could live.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah. Yeah, actually run you down. GG.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So technically you won the lane. That's for sure. And then the way that you play your skill, I would suggest that you max out the Frostbite immediately, and then you always play with the Slardar. If not Slardar, it's going to be the Storm.
Haste.
Magic Stick. But no follow-up, right?
Radiant's
Right to right.
bottom tower is under attack.
Imagine if you have mana.
War has come
Yeah.
to Radiant's bottom tower.
Sentry maybe?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Stack? No.
Radiant's bottom tower
Hit the
is
bound
under
through.
attack. Tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
another
attack.
random ward in there. Frostbite. Wait, you should not be going for the... Frostbite! You're scaring me, man. Max the Frostbite instead of Arcane Aura. That's the problem on... Wait, what? Why here? Could be putting it... You're not even checking the wards in there. Salve the guy, maybe? Get blink the aggro, yeah, let's go. Frostbite, nice. No, you won't be killing him. Blink. Now you can go. Frostbite. Crystal Nova. Okay. Wait, is this the usual thing, Daniel? That you go for the max arcane with your CM? I actually want to understand it. Is it the usual thing? Because the arcane aura isn't going to be helpful when it comes to killing people. It should be frostbite in here since the win condition of the enemy is anti-mage, right? Anti-mage. So having additional root, the anti-mage has to get the Manta Style first. Manta Style. 3 seconds actually. And then lower cooldown, so basically 50% downtime in here. So you root the guy for 3 seconds and then another 3 seconds you can do another control. And you don't have mana issues as a CM. So it should not be a problem. Impatient. Now the storm is being shown. Because he has to attack it. But yeah, I mean the Slark could actually do it alone. Just get in there first.
This'll come in handy.
Get in there. Frostbite. Frostbite. Yep. Dig. TPing for what? We're too late. We should be farming mid. Panic TP. I mean, that's actually a problem. I'm not sure how you process this. But usually, when it comes to TPing like this, Daniel, you should be looking into the minimap first. It appears here to me that you're not looking into the minimap in here. That you just decided to TP to the top lane without looking or assessing the situation. Because he didn't even finish the combo in here. Yeah, just TP. You don't even know if they're backing off already. You don't know that your team is backing off, you know. You don't know the status of the fight. and then you just TP it immediately. So might as well check it first. Ah, it will be cancelled. No? Not cancelled? Okay. Of course it does. Maybe before you go in, use Dust. So you could see the Invoker as well. It could be a team wipe, you know? Smoking? You're not supposed to be smoking because you're killing the tower. That's a wasted smoke.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is not what it used to be. That is for certain.
So the way that you put skill points to your set 224. She wants to play so aggressive. Well, that's not your fault.
Bounty.
Okay. Level 10. What's the... Are you going to take some talent? AoE? Wait, why? Why AoE talent? Usually AoE talent is only good if the enemy has summons or illusions. Because in that way you will be able to get more heroes out of it. But when it comes to survivability, since they have Next Assassin and then they have Invoker that will go for the Sunstrike, health is usually the better play. But for me, the better play is to get more points to your Crystal, to your Frostbite. You should be maxing Frostbite first, all the time. I mean, not all the time, but of course in this game. Because again, the AM has to get Manta Style first before doing something about your Frostbite. Crystal Nova, Frostbite. You can go, you can go, you can go! Magic one completed, tower. Okay. Denied. Or maybe fight first. Frostbite? No, no, no. You're dead. Kind of deep. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Still winnable. 20 minutes Battle Fury? That's actually pretty bad, isn't it? Way too bad for me, man. So how did you lose this game? What happened? How did it happen, actually? Wait, you're tipping to Roche? They have no Serpent Wards. It's not going to be possible. AM is pretty weak as well, unless it's some sort of Ursa. Detection, yep. Go, go, go. Smoke again. Ah, this is where the problem begins. You guys are not pushing at all. Because there's Next Assassin that can spam the mana burn. So yeah, just delay the game. Or play with one or two heroes, which is Slardar, Storm. That's it. That's the only hero that you should be playing with. Not the Ogre, not the Medusa. Dead. Play behind them instead. Yeah, you guys are throwing. It's really about positioning, man. So, what do you think is the better itemization in here? Aside from Glimmer Cape, of course. Wait, why are you playing bottom? If the Slaughter will TP, that's fine. You can go. Yeah. A Lotus is actually the perfect item in here. Good against Shaman, good against Nyx, good against Invoker. Lotus has armor as well. It will increase your mana pool as well with the energy booster. So good. Yep. You glimmered the guy? Okay. Get out now. Get out now! Jesus Christ. So that's a bad part. Plus 5 to plus 3? I'll take it. Wait, why does Medusa is actually thinking that she could fight for more? I mean, technically, if you play for the Roshan, since you have Slardar, I don't think that they can actually stop you guys, given that you have proper wards in the area. Just cross of haste and then right click that one. Perfect game. Easy Roche. Blink Dagger? Why would you go for Blink Dagger? You will just die. And then look at the talent as well, since you don't have that health, it's so easy for them to actually kill you. And then you TP to top to farm your Blink Dagger, I guess. But why Blink? I mean, your team is not having any issues when it comes to initiators, man. You have Slardar, you have Storm that can actually get in there. And the problem as well is that Medusa doesn't have Blink Dagger. So when it comes to having Medusa in the team, I suggest that you usually play behind her. Because if your team has Medusa and then you're way too far from Medusa, she doesn't have a way to catch up. Aside from the, you know, the stone gaze and then run in there. That's why Medusa and then Beastmaster is so strong. Because of that combo. Just play behind the Medusa. But yeah, it's not going to happen. Hazerland? More cast range? I think you lost the game already. Yep. GG. So it's more of the itemization and then playing around the map as well. Like which hero you should be playing with. I don't know why you're reacting so much on their gyrocopter. For me, I'm going to play with the Slardar or Storm. Because there's no way that you can outpush the gyrocopter. There's no way that you can kill someone alone. No fucking way. You have to play with a teammate. Either Slardar or Storm. That's it. If you want to kill people. But if you want to push, you have to play behind Medusa. And again, their win condition is AM. So what's the matter? AM is big boy now. He finally recovered. I can't believe that this guy actually got 20 minutes Battle Fury and then owning the game now. Well, that's because, you know, you're always out of place. If you guys have the initiation, you don't have to chase them for the most part. Sometimes it's actually good that you just force an objective for them to actually come to your way. Like taking Roshan, you know? If you guys are taking Roshan, the enemy doesn't have a choice. Instead of them farming so much, they will be trying to play together. And then try to contest Roshan. And then if we have Roshan, the Medusa can, or the Storm can actually keep them fighting. Wait, is that a Maelstrom on Slardar? Actually, normal. Okay. Yeah, you're still farming in here. You have Storm. BK, your itemization is really selfish. GG. Yeah. That could be done actually much sooner for the Roshan. But of course it didn't happen, so it's actually going to be your job as a support to gauge the strength of your team and then advise them to get the objectives as a support player. Because technically cores love to hit the quick, right? So how can you convince them to actually stop hitting creeps? Was forcing Roche when top lane Yeah, it's actually a good decision. I mean, no hero that can actually push in there in the top lane, so it's only just weak. And then you have tier 3 to actually take care of it. I don't think that the tier 3 is going to die, or even the racks with just few creeps in there. There's no even catapult in there if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this one is game over already. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest problem in here. The moment that your Slaughter actually has Blink Dagger, and then Storm has Orchid, you need to make them play together. But nah, you actually farm as well. Technically, it doesn't matter what kind of item you have as Crystal Maiden, Daniel, because it's not going to be the game-winning item in here. You will not be able to do damage. You will not be able to stop them from doing damage. Yeah, you're good. GG. Fuck you, Slaughter. I mean, Slaughter is actually a good counter against AM. At least in the lane. But I think the Slaughter going for Mjolnir is a bad idea as well. Maybe go for AC is much better, and BKB. Like, really better. But your itemization too is kind of not good. Aside from itemization and then trying to get those items, Daniel, your biggest problem is going to be who's to play with in the mid game. You're actually not looking into your teammates any further after the mid game. Actually, Slaughter, when he got like Blink Dagger and then Madness, this guy is unkillable. And then if you just watch the Slaughter that he is going for something like stupid item, like Maelstrom into Mjolnir, you could have advised him to actually go for BKB, bro. You know, go for BKB. You could have advised him. But since you are not looking to the Slaughter and the Storm as well when it comes to the timing of their BKB, because you're so obsessed when it comes to your own items, you forgot to see their items as well. This guy has 20 minutes battle fury, right? You forgot their items as well because you're focused so much on your item, even though your hero is not going to be the win condition in this game. Your main purpose is to enable your win condition, which is, you know, this guy, and then this guy. So yeah, overall you're so greedy when it comes to itemization, even though you're only CM. Actually, the main purpose why TM is so popular right now is because she doesn't actually need real items to be effective. She can always go. And I think it's kind of evident as well the moment that you go for the Arcane Aura build. So yeah. Lotus Orb, much better. Aside from Lotus Orb, that's it. I mean, you already lost the game. I usually ignore when my team makes fights that I think it's bad, diving when tier 1, tier 2 is up, and focus on pushing the lane to push tower. Okay. I mean, you actually have so much information on the game. It's a case-to-case basis, you know. How would I know if the dive is actually good? How would I know if the push is going to be good? It really depends on the map or on the information that you got in that game, because there's so much information in the minimap alone that guys are actually missing. Particularly, is there something that you usually look at? I mean, I always look into the minimap like every 1 second. That's why, if we're going to watch a perspective of a pro player or any immortal player, they gather so much info. I really miss playing LANs actually, because they would know that, you know, whenever I play LAN, my eyes are, you know, like going back and forth to the minimap, and then they are seeing it as well. So I think that's the other problem on this game as well. Your awareness is very limited, or your vision is really limited, because you're so focused into the getting those creeps onto your current screen. It's actually following your hero for the most part, which is a problem as well. You should be sticking with your team actually. The moment that Flutter got Blink and then this guy has Orchid, what else do you want? The moment that these guys have the Orchid and then this guy has Blink Dagger and then just play behind them, you can always kill people, right? What's their counterplay? Manta style on AM? BKB on them? That's only their counter spell, their counterplay in there, right? Aside from that, nothing else. Just given that you have the ward, aggressive wards, and then you keep on killing them. They have no other way to survive. But you release the pressure. You stop killing them for some reason. And that's the problem. So yeah, GG. Also, if you're going to play CM and then, or if you're going to have like Storm in the mid lane, usually there's no kill potential with Storm, unless he will get Dove or he will get level 6. So might as well don't gank when Storm is not level 6 and then he has no mana, because you're basically wasting your time in there. You could do something like stacking or just dominating the lane. And please, don't go in the plain sight. Try to play in the trees as CM, since you actually have insane cast range as CM. I'll show it to you.
Into the breach.
Actually, Crystal Nova is one of the insane cast range. It says here that the radius is 425. So basically, if you're going to take a look at it there, you can actually cast it in here at the edge. From here to here, you can catch people. But so far. But when it comes to the Frostbite, of course, it's a different story because it's too close. So yeah.